In a world which is becoming heavily reliant on GPS and associated technologies, the importance of the pioneers of cartography can easily be forgotten. The era when philosophers, artists and dreamers created our world would not last for long once the true navigators set sail, discovering new lands and charting the uncharted.
This chart of the Pacific is a late 16th century chart, and what we see here is the imaginings of cartographers in Europe. So basically you can see the outline here of South America, Mexico here, North America over here, but down in the south we've got this totally imagined area of land. Up here this part's called New Guinea, but this major part down here is Terra Australis Incognita. The piece of land which was believed to be there simply had to be there in order to balance the weight of land in the northern hemisphere, or at least that's what cartographers thought. And so it's part of that Captain Cook's voyage is trying to refute or really just find out the truth of what's going on down in the southern hemisphere.
Captain James Cook's Pacific voyages are best known for their contribution to scientific exploration and discovery. But the most significant impact on the world of the time was undoubtedly Cook's meticulous and extensive charting of the region.
So this chart, which is a chart of the whole Pacific after Cook's 3 voyages, and now we can see basically the land masses as we identify them today and recognise them. South America is recognisable as we would know it today. All of these land masses in the Pacific are here. The small islands, the Society Islands, Tahiti, Tongan Group, New Hebrides, and New Zealand is very well defined indeed. They're all suddenly in the picture, whereas in this one they weren't there at all. And we can see that Cook, he really did pretty much cover the whole of the Pacific, all the way down here into Antarctic waters. He came as far south down here with the Resolution till he hit the ice and couldn't go any further south. And then further north up here we see him going through the Bering Straits, and again he goes as far north as he possibly can in his attempts to find the Northwest Passage. He couldn't go any further north because he'd come to the ice pack. In general, this is a modern map that we all recognise today and could probably use for navigation. So it just gives you some idea of that transition from a vacant canvas in the early period to this map after Cook's voyages, when pretty much all of the area had been discovered. So after Cook, there really isn't very much more to discover, just fine detail to fill in the gaps which he left. So it really is no wonder that we remember Captain Cook.
A history of the world brought to you by one small ship, the HMB Endeavour, coming to a port near you. Check the website for further port visit dates.